Today I'm going to talk about the most popular stock of these days, NVIDIA. This stock has been increased almost 20% in the span of last 1 month. If I talk about the numbers, it was 196 approximately 1 month ago. It went to the high of 235 and today it is trending around at $225. Most of the people think that it is too late to enter into the stock, but my perspective is totally different. In fact, I'm going to buy more and more of this stock. I can honestly tell you that this has become my most favorite stock. In fact, I have been accumulating this stock in my investment account from the last 2 months. And I can definitely tell you that my conviction is a lot more higher than it was when I started buying this stock. To start this video, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Mayur. I live in Canada, work as an engineer. I make videos on personal finance and stocks. In this video, I'm going to talk about my current investment in this particular stock, what this company actually does. We will do the fundamental as well as the technical and the price analysis. And the last, we will see the buying blueprint at which stage you should enter into the stock if you are planning to buy this stock very much sooner. So let's start it. Okay, as you can see on the screen, it is my Wealthsimple account where I have been buying my NVIDIA stocks into my TFSA account. So let's open it here. TFSA account, if I see, scroll down, and if I see into the more, we can see I have been buying NVIDIA's Canadian version. Now somebody might have a question that why Canadian version? Since I did not want to pay the forex trading fee every time I buy NVIDIA, and at that time I did not have the good way of avoiding those trading fees, I kept buying this Canadian version of NVIDIA stock. But the movement of the stocks goes same with this, it's a US version. So there is no much more logic to apply, just the price is different. Otherwise, the tracking of the stock will be as it is. So if you scroll down, we can see the history of my buying past of NVIDIA stocks. I started actually buying NVIDIA on particular date of 20th February when I saw a little bit dip. At the time of buying, my buying average price of $42.66, I bought around 20.2 stocks. Basically, I wanted to invest around $435. And then I saw this opportunity once again, when the price was a little bit down, and I bought once again at 26th of February. Let's see how much I bought it for. I bought it for $42.36. Once again, I bought $10. Basically, this $435 was a budget to buy this NVIDIA stock for March and February. Then I got a couple of dividends. I'm sorry, there is only one dividend, and that was reinvested to buy this stock. Recently on this 30th April, I bought NVIDIA stocks again at the price of $44.95. I bought around $4.6. Sorry, I bought around 4.6 stocks. And today, if I see over here, my average buying price is around $42.96. The Canadian version is trending at $50.81. And currently, I am almost up by how much? $18.27. And this whole NVIDIA's investment is around 11.55% in my TFSA account. So this is all about my purchase history of NVIDIA, and I am kept buying more. We are going to discuss why and how in this video, so stay tuned. Before we deep dive into more technical analysis of this stock, let's quickly understand what does this company do. So if you're a tech person, you might have heard this company's name so many times. If I talk about myself, when I bought my first computer, my graphic card was made up of this NVIDIA company, and ever since then, almost 20 years ago, I have been hearing about this company's name. The primary business of this company was to make the graphic processing units. However, lately this company has realized that the way graphic processing units possesses so many numbers of small tasks simultaneously, this is what artificial intelligence needs to function like. And today's NVIDIA's GPU like Blackwell or Vera Rubin series are the kind of industry standards for the AI model like ChatGPT. Along with this hardware capability, NVIDIA is also becoming popular with its software capability called CUDA. Millions of programmers write their programming code, and that only runs effectively on the NVIDIA chip. Now, if a company wanted to transfer its all coding to a new chip, they will have to write all this code from the scratch. And this is where NVIDIA has been playing its monopoly into the market. And lately, this company has been earning its 90% of the revenue by selling massive racks of the server to the biggest companies like Microsoft, Google, and Meta. These all biggest servers act like AI factories, and NVIDIA has been developing monopoly in this sector too. If I want to put it in a very simple way, I can tell you that if AI revolution is a gold rush, then NVIDIA is not just a person who is digging for the gold. In fact, NVIDIA is a person who owns the land, who sells the shovels, who builds the road that gets everybody here. Okay, on the screen you can see the front page of NVIDIA stock. I have been using stock analysis website. This is not a promotion, but I like this website to analyze any stock. If you go down over here, you can see the general revenue history of the stock. So if you see over here, from 2023, NVIDIA has been earning tremendous amount of revenues every year, and like this revenue has not been dropped any single year. So this gives a first hint that the stock is in this fundamentally strong point of view. If you see over here, it has made so far revenue of 215, almost 216 billion dollars. That is increased more than 65.47% as compared to the 2025 years. So NVIDIA is in a good shape so far. Now, because of this tremendous amount of the revenue, you can see the current PE ratio, it is ranging in the range of 46. This is comparatively high if we compare this PE ratio with the similar sector companies. But the forward to PE ratio is considerably low. This indicates that the future earning per share is gonna be increased. So it's a good deal. One thing need to be carefully understood, that this stock can be so much volatile into the market movement. If the market goes up, this stock can goes up like crazy. But at the same time, if there is a little bit correction to the market, this stock can be corrected up to so much downtrend volume. Because of this beta number, you see it is ranging in the range of 2.24. This is almost double than a very normal stock. So one thing that we should consider if you are planning for the future term. Now let's try to have a look on its income statement. So if you go down over here and see in the financials, you can see its whole financial sheet. Let's focus on the year-on-year revenue. So if we see from the year of 2022 to 3 to 4, 5 and 6, just within first 5 months, it has made 65% of revenue if you compare it to the last year. In the whole 2025, it has made revenue growth of more than 114% if you compare it to the year of 2024. Here, if you see the numbers, it should be in the millions, correct? So in 2025, the company made revenue of $130 million. And in 2026, just for the first 5 years, it has made revenue around $215 million. So definitely we can see the future trajectory, and based on the revenue, obviously the profit will be much more higher because company is not investing much more of its investment into the company itself. And that is the reason tremendous goes into the gross profit too. If we see the operating income, I don't need to explain these terminologies because I already have explained these all simple fundamentals calculations in the stock analysis company. But since the operating income has been increasing tremendously too, I can tell you that its pre-tax income will be much more higher too. Let's look at the earning per share. If you see, the earning per share was around 0.39, 0.4, not even 1 in the year of 2022. From 0.39 to reduce it to 0.17. Then it started working more aggressively into the field of AI. Then it went to 1.19 in 2024 to 2.94 in 2025. And currently, just in the first 5 months of the 2026, its earning per share number is 4.9, and its next earning has been, I think, on the next week. So we can see this number getting increased, and if there is an increase in this number, we can definitely see a good rise into the stock price. If we see the overall profitability, we gotta check the EBITDA number, and simultaneously, as gross margin has been increasing, profit has been increasing, EBITDA number has been increasing significantly too. And this shows that this stock is fundamentally so much stronger as compared to the other AI infrastructure companies. And that's the reason, this is why I am very positive on this stock. Now let's try to do some technical analysis of this company, and for which we'll be seeing some of the ratios. Generally, we need to compare these ratios with the competitor companies in the same sector. But since we are just reviewing NVIDIA, you can see the ratios by clicking over financial in the ratio tab over here. First, we will see the PE ratio, price per earning per share ratio. Generally, it shows how much price you are trying to pay to buy one stock of this company. So it shows you the affordability. It tells you how much, whether the price is overpriced or underpriced of the stock. So if you see over here the history in 2022, although the price was at the time might be much more lower, but the considerable price for this NVIDIA stock was much more higher. That means you needed to pay a lot of money to buy one stock of this company because it was overvalued at that time. But here, with time, it got increased, it went to a little bit down, and today it is ranging in the range of 45.98 number. And this is all because of this tremendous amount of the revenue that has been made by this company. But if you see the future profit forward P ratio, it is ranging little bit in the range of 26.88 number. So this is a positive sign. This shows that although the price might be going upper or lower, doesn't matter, but earning per share is expected to be increased a lot. If we talk about the company's liability, if we talk about the debt on this company, we can see the debt to equity ratio. And you can see that over the period of time from its last history from 2022 to today of 2026, amount of debt on this company has been reducing too much. Good sign, because company is trying to avoid as debt as much possible. And that's a good sign at all. This shows that fundamentally this company has a very strong base. And if we see over here the current ratio, basically it shows that what is the ability of the company in case something ups and down happen and when company had to sell all its equity. How much is this capability of this company? And this says that this number has been reduced continuously from 2022 to 2026, but still 3.91 is much more higher number if we compare this number to with other companies. So there is nothing much more to worry about this company, but overall I can see that fundamentally this company is on a very strong base. Now let's try to understand the buying strategy if I want to buy these stocks at this moment. For this I will just open a chart. I have put some of the indicators on the bottom. You can see the RSI index, the relative strength index. At the same time I have opened the three moving average of 200 days, 50 and 100 days. Now if you see over here, the stock is currently trending almost at 52 weeks of higher price. It is not currently at 52-week higher, but it was like a couple of days ago. So, and if you see over here, stock is currently trending well above all these moving average prices. That means the ideal time to enter in this stock has been gone. But if you are planning it for a longer term, do not worry about the buying price. Just start buying the stock. But if you are planning for a shorter term and if you want to take the benefit of the shorter momentum, since it has been making a tremendous benefit, we got to analyze the buying prices in the detail too. So let's see, if you want to buy it for a shorter term, what will be the right price to buy the stock? So if you see at the bottom down here, the RSI number is ranging around how much? 64, 67. That means the stock is currently a little bit overbought. So there are some chances that the price might be get adjusted when these sellers are trying to sell, and especially when the next earning date is there might be some volatility into the stocks. So if I would be you, if you want to enter into very careful zone, I would buy the stocks in the range of $185 to $190. And let's say if it comes down in the range of 185 and if it bounce back near the range of 50 days moving average, if it bounce back more than 195, the upward trend is for sure, and it can again see against next 52 weeks little bit higher. So the ideal buying price will be around 185 to 190. I can tell you that this stocks is good for the next 5 years of investment. If the AI bubble is not gonna burst, this company is doing on the very right path. There is no doubt that NVIDIA is a generational company, but we need to keep one thing in our mind, that none of the stocks always move very straight into the line. It always have some ups and downs. My strategy is for the next 5 or 10 years, not for the next 5 days. And that's the reason I'm keeping my emotions in very straight and I'm trying to follow the buying strategies that I have discussed into this video. If you really want to see how these positions goes into the future, how does it evolves in my portfolio, you make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. And one thing I can definitely tell you that you always do your own research. This is not a financial advice to buy these stocks. Stay disciplined, keep investing, and I will catch you into the next video. Until I see you, you take care of yourself. Keep investing once again. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.